All right, hockey fans, here we go. Game 2, Western Conference. Edmonton versus Dallas. Now, somebody sent me something about Connor McDavid apologizing for making us stay up so late the other night with his delay tactic in front of the net that cost them an opportunity to end the game. So, Edmonton wins at Dallas, right? The Panthers had won in New York. New York tied it at home last night, so Dallas ties it at home tonight, right? Game 1 in this series went to overtime, double overtime. Game 2 in the other series went to almost double overtime. So tonight should be Dallas in regulation. I believe that's how it should work. That's how it should work. What do we need to see tonight? Well, Edmonton, just keep on doing what you're doing, right? You've already got house money with the win. And I was surprised, as a few other people were, between the play of Skinner and the ability of the Oilers to just roll, right? There was at no point during the game the other night where we looked at it and said, okay, there's Dallas that's going to just obliterate the Oilers like some of us thought. Maybe not obliterate, but you get what I'm saying. Edmonton played with them a little bit better than I thought. The flip side to that is Dallas. Hello? Are we awake? You are the team that was in the Western Conference Finals last year. This year, you beat the champion from last year and the champion from the year before last. And then now, are we showing up here? I'm not saying you were terrible the other night, but that was not what I anticipated from the Stars Game 1 at home. You would think that the Stars would be feeling it, right? You just beat Vegas and Colorado. You got home ice, and you go out there. I wouldn't say you laid an egg, but definitely I'd like to see if Dallas does not play any better, this might be a short series the other way. Because Edmonton and Skinner especially now are full of confidence. Andre is used to playing well, but with Skinner, not that he hasn't played well, but, you've seen it with Adin Hill last year. You get somebody who has not had that level of success before, they just start stacking wins on top of one another, and next thing you know, we all know how that went. All right, regulation, please. That's all I'm asking for, okay? Panthers and Rangers tomorrow at 3 o'clock, okay? It's evil. Tonight, I just want to go to bed. If we could finish this by midnight, that'd be fantastic. Let's go. All right, so 1-1 after 1. They got both goals were scored within the first 5 minutes of the game, and we thought, all right, here we go. We're in for an offensive and not so much. Now, Edmonton's getting plenty of shots. What's the deal, Dallas? Are you guys worn out from Vegas and Colorado? Because it's not like Dallas looks bad, but uninspired. Like last night, everybody knew the Rangers were going to come out on fire in the beginning of that game because they lost Game 1 at home. Nobody in the world doubted that. So what's with the Stars? It's the same situation. They lost Game 1 at home, and they just kind of coming out there, and they're just like, we're skating. And that's it. There's no physicality. There's no urgency. Nothing. But like I always say, it's the score that matters. So it's 1-1. But if it continues like this, the only goal they got it was a bad one from Skinner. It wasn't a good goal. It's unfortunate because the rest of the team has pitched a shutout. That shouldn't have gone through. But it's 1-1. Is Dallas ever going to wake up? They better, because if they lose this game in this fashion, Edmonton's just going to... I mean, you could be looking at one of those. Where's my broom? So, it's still 1-1. Oh, I got the tag in this hat. There we go. Okay. It's still 1-1 after 2. And boy, oh boy. Remember last night when the Panthers and Rangers scored 2 goals real quick in the first period and then never scored again to the end of first overtime? This game is a duplicate. It's just not as high quality. It's not as exciting as last night's game, but the results are pretty much the same, where it's 1-1 heading into the third, and you have to assume the difference in this game will be a McDavid or Draisaitl type of situation, right? Because nobody on Dallas looks interested at all in like playing with intensity and taking the game and matters into their own hands. They've got to be absolutely gassed. It's not that they look bad, they're not making mistakes, but they're just not, they're just like coasting over here and coasting over there, and every once in a while they put it at about 80% effort. But I mean, give Edmonton credit, they're playing well, but this is weird, man. It's like Edmonton is playing their ass off trying to win, and Dallas is just like, whatever, man, we're tired, and it's tied. Now, I think Edmonton's going to take a 2-0 series lead here. I think that's what we're fixing to do. That's what we're fixing. You know what I mean. Let's see how it goes. All right, well, will you look at that? Dallas decided to show up finally a little bit in the third period. 3-1, Dallas gets it. Now both series are in the exact same position where they're now best out of 5, but home ice has switched hands. Good game. Not as chance-laden as the Panthers and Rangers last night. Lots of neutral zone play. I think Edmonton especially, they looked a little bit too picky. I mean, even there with like 30 seconds left, they need 2 goals, and they're skating circles trying to get a better shot, get a better position. It's like, throw it at the net, bro. You need 2 goals. Did you forget that it was an empty net? And the empty net that came was not one of the better empty nets that you'll see given up. They did have possession, and I understand that you have to do it. I'm not a huge fan of emptying the net sometimes. I would have waited if I was Edmonton till at least that you had, gotten possession in the zone, because Edmonton was producing a fair amount of pressure at even strength there the last, 5-7 minutes. So I would have kind of waited until you were set up into the zone, but they didn't. Skinner went off as the puck was just going down the ice. They had possession, but they hadn't established it in the zone yet. And, of course, Dallas got the puck behind the net, and boom, boom, it's in the back of the net, empty net. I don't even know if Skinner was out of his net for 5 seconds before it happened. So it was not... I'm not a huge fan of emptying the net, but that's just me. I'm not a fan of that completely across the board. I know the stats, and I know that it works and everything. But sometimes, like a night like tonight, I think Edmonton would have been a little bit better off just keeping that momentum and putting more pucks at the net. That, Ottinger was making saves, but Edmonton was just being a little bit too picky. And Dallas picked up the effort. Nothing spectacular, right? Mason Marchment with a beautiful deflection. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, I wouldn't mind having him on the Panthers right now. But that's okay. He left. He's doing well. But just an absolutely beautiful deflection. Just changes trajectory just right at the last second. And Skinner had absolutely no chance there. And Edmonton had their chances. McDavid got the puck deeper into the zone. But again, a few times, just not enough shots. Not enough shots. They were not being aggressive that way. And with Ottinger, you got to pepper them with a good goaltender. If they're going to have a 950 out there, they could be a 950 with, 40 shots. I don't know how many they ended up, but I don't know if they had 30. They probably had 30 towards the end. It was about 26, 24 at some point. So, series is tight. It's good hockey. It's not got the flavor that the Panthers and Rangers had, so maybe that's why it looks a little bit, this was a better game to me than Game 1. Game 1 kind of put me to sleep a little bit, but this was a good game, and I don't know what to expect in Edmonton. If you're Dallas now, you just got to figure they're going to go in there and say, all right, let's just split. All the teams are basically in the same spot. You know what I mean? They lost Game 1 at home, then they won Game 2 at home, but neither team None of the 4 teams right now look like they're fixing to run away with the series. I think I'll leave it at that. So, all right. That's going to do it. Colin and I will see you 1/2 hour before puck drop. We will not be live at noon tomorrow because Panther game starts at 3. So we'll be live at 2:30. And that'll give me a little bit extra time to hang out with Matthias, who was here tonight hoping just for overtime just to piss off his brother. But he didn't get it. I didn't get it. So now Matthias and Kyle are going to go play PlayStation. All right, everybody. Appreciate all the support. Lots of new subscribers. Thank you all for joining us. See you tomorrow. Game 3.